Always ready, always there. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Good afternoon from Scituate High School in Scituate, Rhode Island. It is RIIL Volleyball playoff time. A quarterfinal matchup between the Scituate Spartans and the Times Squared Eagles. Match all us in the broadcast booth with you. Tyler Ferrer is our cameraman tonight. These Spartans entering in 6-3, coming off of a final close of the season victory. So they are looking to continue this in a win or go home manner as they take on the Times Square Eagles, coming in at 5-4. Scituate will be in their all blue jerseys, minus Libby Dumas still wearing the Libero jersey. For the Eagles in the crimson jerseys with the yellow numbers. And tonight's game is presented by the Rhode Island Army National Guard. Playoff time brings us a special treat. 2 referees, as we have the up referee as we've seen all season, and now a down referee that we traditionally see. Madison Geiser goes to serve. Lucci gets it over, and they're going to call her guilty of a net cord infraction. And a quick early sub switches via Akuti out for Amabola Aina. Rachel Duran with the serve. Three ball sent across by Geiser. It's going to go off of the hands of Fatima Nabali and puts the Spartans on the board, side out at 1-all. Emma Larsh will pick up the service for the Spartans. Larsh a little short on that, sending it into the net cord. And a side out and 2-1 for the Eagles. Short will give it 2-2 to the Spartans. Rally scoring in high school volleyball, so you can win a point both on service and on reception. Prior rule had to have it simply on your service side. That one is spiked hard across from Adriana Jones. Sorry, I checked that. My apologies. It's number 14, Rochelle Duran. Either way, it's 3-2 to the Eagles. And Adriana Jones, wearing number 7, takes the serve. Goes a little long there to send the Eagles to 4-2, and we'll send Jones back. Short, but she gets the roll from the net cord, and it goes just barely in. And a 3-point advantage now for the Eagles at 5-2. Dig there from Dumas. Inside, scrambling for it as Duran. She gets to it. And that one's going to drop short. Libby Dumas, a big pickup. Side out 3-5 for Carissa Katoya. Huge pickup there from Libby Dumas in the libero position. trying to go up top was Nabali, and she can't get it. 4-5 for the Spartans. Katoya serves one hard to the back line. 3-ball have to go across. It's going to go wide, and the Spartans have tied the set at 5. Katoya sets for Lucci, and a little miscommunication there, and diving for it was Maddie Geiser. 6-5 to the Eagles. On the side out, and a service for Adriana Ortiz. Hard into the middle set. Big block right up top with Pedro and LaPlante. Six all and LaPlante to serve. Gets one to drop for the ace. Short will send it to 7 all. And a switch again that sends Akuti back in, switching for Aina. And sends Fia Akuti to the line for serve. Short as it hits the net cord. I'm going to side out an 8-7 for the Spartans. A lead now with service for Sophie Pedro. Little miss hit there off the bottom side. Looped the ball up. 8 all. Sends Nibali to the line. Lucci LaPlante the 3-ball over top. It's gonna drop and a double hit called. (9-8) and Madison Geiser serves for the second time this match. Right off the net cord and a couple of hits. Cannot get over top on the 3-ball. 10-8, and the Spartans have a 2-point advantage, their largest of the set. Geiser drills one, and just inside the line for the ace. And timeout called, with the Spartans leading 11-8 in set 1. Quarterfinal match in Division 4. As the playoffs get underway tonight, one other game on Fans Only Sports Network, that is the Cranston East Thunderbolts taking on the South Kingstown Rebels. That game about to get underway in about 15 minutes. And we'd like to thank our sponsor, Rhode Island Army National Guard. Big supporter of high school athletics in the state, and has been a great sponsor throughout the winter season, the fall 2 season, the whatever this ended up actually being called. As Geiser drops one again, a second ace, and 12-8 for the Spartans. Larsh on the front line along with Lucci and Katoya. The middle setters are Pedro and LaPlante. Geiser drilling one again to the back line. This one is stopped for a second. Katoya sets one for Lucci. Larsh throws one over on the 3-ball here. Controlled by Pedro. Lucci gets to it. LaPlante can't get it over. So the Eagles stop the run, and they get the side out and will serve for 9-12, Rochelle Duran. Short will send it back. And Emma Larsh will actually switch out. So it'll be Libby Dumas. Right into the side of Pia Akuti. A hard ace from Dumas. And she hits one short. Nice side out to the Eagles at 10-14. Sending Dernicus for a serve that cannot be controlled along the back line. Lucci sets up Katoya, blocked. LaPlante tried to get to it, and then Lucci again. As it drops down. And the Eagles have clawed 2 points back to 12-14. Strong hit by Geiser. Long to the back line, but just tapping it enough to be considered in. 13-14, and the Eagles trailing just by 1 now. Dernico short on the serve there. A little mishit to the side of her hand. Sends Mia Lucci, who's been the strongest server on the season for the Spartans. Dumas pulls one out. LaPlante gets the 3-ball over. And into the net. LaPlante and Katoya right there that they could have blocked if necessary. But it was into the net. And Lucci will serve for a second time. Gets the members roll on the cord. Still up. LaPlante and Pedro go up and guilty of a net cord violation. Will send the ball side out at 14-16. Adriana Jones serves for the second time. Pedro pulls that one off the sidelines, and Katoya with the miss hit. 15-16, Eagles trailing by 1. LaPlante hard off of the line. Sent back over by Navali. LaPlante again to the back line, saved there by Jones. And that one will go long, sending the side out and the point to the Spartans for 17-15 as the ball went through the doors out into the lobby area. So we'll bring a new ball in, and Carissa Katoya will serve. Geiser there with the recovery right at the net cord. Sends it off of a few Eagles' arms. And we'll give a second serve to Katoya at 18-15. Katoya, good service to the back line. 3-ball has to come across. Katoya goes to her knees to dig that one out. And then sends the 3-ball over. Strong spike. Katoya again defending the back line. Did it drop on the opposite side? It did. So a side out for Adriana Ortiz at 16-18. Good first set between these two fairly evenly matched sides. As Dumas switches out with Larsh. 19-16 for Emma LaPlante. Blocked right at the net cord. And they're going to call the point good to the Spartans, 20-16. LaPlante just a little long. She had it angled for the corner. They switch a cootie again for Aina. Geiser sends one over, and Ortiz trying to go for a kick save there. Can't get to it. Brings the Spartans to 21. Sophie Pedro to serve. 4 points from the set. Ortiz, little backhanded hit there, was met right at the net, but then able to take control to the opposite side where the Eagles side out for 18-14 and a serve from Leabali. That one's going to go out along the sideline. $19-21. High ball. Geiser tries to go over top of it and goes low. And the Eagles are within one at 20-21. Katoya sets for LaPlante, who hits it a little high, and we're tied 21 all. Scituate crowd willing for a side out. LaPlante bobbles one that Larsh dives to the floor for it. Continued save on the back line there from Katoya. Sent one over by Geiser. Angled enough to be able to get the side out. And Madison Geiser will have service at 22-21. 3 from the set. Strong hit there from Ortiz. 3-ball drops right down and goes on the left side of the net. So it will be a right side for the Spartans. 23-21. Timeout called by the Eagles, and we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Rhode Island High School Volleyball on Fans Only Sports Network.
always there. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Welcome back inside Scituate High School. Quarterfinal action between the Spartans and the Eagles, set 1 in this best of 5 match. Pedro launches one up into the sky. Larsh gets it across. Can they control it? They cannot. It went off just about every single Eagles player. They could not control it. 24-21, and Maddie Geiser, who started the set, has set point. Geiser drills one for the back line. It's going to drop after one hit. And 25-21, the set goes to the Spartans, who take the first lead. You're watching Rhode Island High School volleyball quarterfinals action presented by Rhode Island Army National Guard on Fans Only Sports Network. For more information, check out Fans Only Sports Network at Fans Only Sports. That's Fans Only SPORTZ.com. You can also find us on social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. Just check out at FO Sports SPORTZ for all of our social media interactions. One other game in the quarterfinals tonight in Division I volleyball. The Cranston East Thunderbolts taking on the South Kingstown Rebels. That game just about to get underway in about 2 minutes time. Go to fansonlysportsportz.com and click the game logos on the top bar for which game you wish to view. But we hope that you stay right here with us for set 2 between the Spartans and the Eagles. A very close first set between two teams that are fairly evenly matched. Scituate coming in at 6-3. Time scored Eagles coming in at 5-4. As we get set for second set action, the Spartans have taken the court. The Eagles getting themselves hyped up on the bench directly to our broadcast left. And it's going to be Geiser along with Larsh and Lucci on the front line. LaPlante along with Rhiannon Walsh in for the first time tonight. And Carissa Katoya on the back line. And Geiser had service to start the match, so it's going to be the Eagles and Rochelle Duran to start set 2. Strong set into the middle. Sent over by Walsh. 3-ball coming up here. Ortiz has to get it over. She doesn't. It's dug out by Katoya. And trying to go for it again, but this time falls into the gap. Strong hit. Defended there by LaPlante. Sent back over by Duran. Lucci sets up Geiser. Down into the net. Geiser drilled one to the back line. It was plucked out by Niabali. But right into the net for a side out, and Geiser to serve. Niabali sends that one to the net. Ortiz tried to go for it and couldn't get it over. 2-1 for the Spartans. Driving for one there was Niabali. Set here for Jones goes off the hands of the Scituate front line. Dangerous ball here. It's going to drop short of the hands of Adriana Ortiz, and a win for the Spartans. Biggest rally of the night so far. Ortiz pops one up, sent back over by Larsh. Jones sends one that goes wide. And 4-1 for the Spartans. Driving serve that hits the net cord on the return and goes over but out of bounds. And the Spartans trying to put a little gap in the beginning of this first service sequence of the second set for them, as that one is going to go just wide to the right. So a strong pickup there for the Spartans. They put 5 points onto the board. A 3-point lead at 5-2, though that one's going to evade Mialucci and send them to 3-5. Dug off the floor again by Katoya. And they can't get the edge of it. Dernicos, strong serve. Walsh sends one across. Ortiz punches one over. Lucci sets LaPlante. For Jones into the net and the side out for 6-4 for the Spartans. And Dumas switches in for Larsh and takes the service. Strong serve to the back line. Ortiz sets Jones. Tapped across by Walsh. Free ball, has to get across. Goes off the hands of Geiser. She was thinking about that one a little bit. Wasn't sure that it was going to gain over the line. Lucci sets LaPlante cross court. Saved by Duran. And then short. And a return by Dernicos. And side out to the Spartans at 7-5. Mialucci, second time serving tonight. Gets the members roll. Oh, there are times when you appreciate the net cord and times when you severely dislike it. That's one time Lucci will appreciate it, as that one goes a little wide. It'll be Ortiz to serve here at 5-6-8. Out as it's wide to the left. Another side out for the Spartans at 9-6. And a little discussion on the rotation. It's going to be Rhiannon Walsh to serve for the first time tonight. Walsh drives onto the back line. Sent across LaPlante, and Pedro right there for the block. (10-6) Spartans. A 4-point lead in the second set. Short on the cross-court attempt there from Rhiannon Walsh. That would be Thea Akuti subbing in, and will take the serve. Short as it's going to hit just below the net cord. Brings the Spartans to 11-7. And Emma LaPlante will look to work a little bit more breathing room in the second set. Chance for a 2-set advantage as LaPlante drops an ace. Best of 5 to win the match. Fifth set, a virtual tiebreaker, as it is played to first to 15 by 2, still stands. Not a full 25 should we get to that fifth set. They actually will reflip the coin for terms of service. Lucci sets one for Pedro. Larsh has to get it across. She does to the back line. Ortiz sends one across, and LaPlante a little too late on her step. Bali. Three ball across. Comes again from Duran and met right there. Volley continues service here. Pedro has to get that across. It's going to drop off of her hand. And the Eagles are within 1. Both sides clawed back deficits in the first set. Eagles looking to do the same thing here in the second. Larsh taps one over. That one's tapped again by Ortiz, goes wide. And he's side out for the Spartans at 13-11. Katoya to serve. Strong to the back line. Spiked across by Duran. Volley, and it's blockaded at the net between Geiser and Larsh for 14-11. Drops right off of the fingertips of Niabali. And a timeout called by the Eagles. You're watching Rhode Island High School Volleyball quarterfinal playoff action on Fans Only Sports Network.
Always ready, always there. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Back at Scituate High School. Tonight's game presented by Rhode Island Army National Guard. Scituate Spartans leading Times Squared Eagles 15-11 in set 2. Spartans won set 1. Katoya sends a service wide to the right. They side out. Bring Rochelle Duran to serve. Duran sends one hard into the back line. Little miscommunication there between Lucci and Geiser. As the ball drops and a point pickup for the Eagles. That one's going to hit the net. And they side out. Will send Madison Geiser to the back line for service. Third time tonight. Ball wide, has to get tapped across by Ortiz. It does. LaPlante tries to run for it and will run out of real estate. That's going to bring Amabola Aina back in for Fia Akuti. And a serve from Dernikos. LaPlante sends a 3-ball hard to the back line. Jones tries to send one across. Saved there by Walsh. Jones sends one again, and this time it's into the net as both Lucci and Larsh were right there to make a block, but 17-14 as Libby Dumas comes back in. A complete miss hit there by Dumas sent the ball hurtling towards our broadcast position, but landing in the Times Squared bench directly below us. LaPlante sends that one back over, going up hard was Fatima Niabali, and she got the spike. Brings the Eagles to within 1. Hard hit from Emma LaPlante. Ricochets off of the arms of Hope Darnikos. And Mia Lucci gets service for the third time tonight at 18-16. Backwards moving ball has to be saved by Jones. 3-ball by Ortiz will not get the net. Mia Lucci, one of the strongest servers this season for the Spartans, looking for a chance to put them on a run here. They're close to the second set as that one drops in. Trying to dive for it was Maddie Geiser, a little short. Adriana Ortiz to the service line. Jump serve. Little 2 over top on the ball. 2017 for Rhiannon Walsh. 5 points from the set and a 2-0 lead. hit the line. They're going to call it long. Too far to the outside of the line. Dumas mishit, saved there by Geiser. 3-ball across from LaPlante. Ortiz has to send one up. Walsh saves it on the back line. Sent across. 3-ball has to get over. Good rally here between both sides. Walsh gets that one to go. And a mishit there. Looked like Ortiz had it and got called off by Duran. LaPlante to serve, 21-18. Miscalled by LaPlante, drops in. We'll send a side out to the Eagles for Niabali. 19-21. Same position we were at in the first set. And then the Spartans went on a run to close it out. We'll see if they can do this one again. Off of LaPlante. Sends it to 20 for the Eagles. And will allow Niabali to continue service. Service in. 1 ball from LaPlante, 2 ball from Lucci, and the 3 ball from Katoya, and then sent back across. Larsh defending there at the line. Was hit last by the Eagles. It curled wide. So it's a side out. 22-20 for Carissa Katoya. 3 points from a set. Drops short. Now you have to start considering, will we get into bonus points? Goes long, point to the Spartans. 25 to win the set, must be by 2. The Spartans, if they're looking to hold a 2-0 lead, will need to hold serve here. They'll pick up one there for set point on the miss hit by Fatima Nabali. And Maddie Geiser will have a chance to serve out. Geiser drives one that goes just wide right. Two-point disadvantage for the Eagles. They're going to need to get at least one. Short serve, 25, and that's going to be the set for the Spartans in a 2-0 lead. A chance to close out the match and advance forward. Coming up in set 3, you're watching Rhode Island High School Volleyball presented by the Rhode Island Army National Guard.
Always ready, always there. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Scituate Spartans leading 2-0 over the Times Square Eagles. A look at the girls volleyball championship banner hanging here in the Scituate High School gymnasium. A long time since they last hung some numbers on that banner back now 20 years ago to 2001. I'm sure the Spartans' current team here in the quarterfinals of the playoffs looking for a chance to maybe get back to glory. They have a tough road ahead, and potentially, should they find themselves forward, a rematch against Providence Country Day, the #1 seed, who we saw right here. The Spartans hung with them through 2/3 of each of the 3 games in the 3-0 victory, but eventually losing by 10 in just about each one of those sets. But first, they have work to do here in set 3, up 2-0 over the Eagles, and they will have serve to start the 3rd set. Madison Geiser, who closed out set 2, will continue her serving prowess. As the down referee, something that we have seen for the first time this season with COVID protocols, but as is in the playoffs, all sorts of changes. Getting things set. Geiser to serve. First point, set 3. Right in front to our broadcast position on the hit out there, but point goes to the Spartans. We're all good up here. Ortiz sends one to the back line that's spiked across by Duran, saved. 3 ball has to get across here. Lucci sets up Larsh. Hard shot to the back line. 3 ball has to get across. They do off the hands of Jones. Larsh again with the tap. This one's going to drop in between Ortiz and Dernikos. Emma Larsh, big on the front line for the Spartans. Hard hit. Serve from Geiser. Larsh again. The little flick of the wrist. $3-0 for the Spartans. They're trying to put a commanding stamp on this 3rd set. Ortiz sets hard for Duran, and it's into the net. The Spartans look like they mean business, trying to close out and advance to the semifinals. Geiser drops one that goes short off the net cord, plucked by Ortiz. And they're going to call for They do not get the 3-ball across. $5-0. Geiser drills one inside the back corner. Solid ace. Oh, we used to seeing Mia Lucci go on service runs. Tonight it's Madison Geiser on service runs. And it has been pivotal in all 3 sets. Geiser continues it again as that one ricochets off of a couple of different Eagles players. Time out. 7-0 Spartans. You're watching Rhode Island High School Volleyball presented by the Rhode Island Army National Guard on Fans Only Sports Network. Back here at Scituate High School between the Spartans and the Eagles, quarterfinal action in Division 4 girls volleyball. Madison Geiser having a run in this 3rd set here. Ortiz tries to punch one that's going to drop off of her knuckles. 8 straight points for the Spartans, 8 for Madison Geiser in the 3rd. 10 straight if you take it back to her final 2. In the 2nd set. That one's going to go over the net cord across the antenna but wide. And 9-0 for the Spartans. Strong hit to the back line. Low ball. A solid 10. Geiser drills one to the back line again. Ortiz tries to set. Goes across. Lucci puts up. Larsh drops one. It hits the line, but just over. So the first point on the board for the Eagles sends Adriana Jones to the line. And she's got a lot of work to do. Larsh sends that one across. 3-ball has to get across. Jones hits it into the net. As a miss hit from Libby Dumas. Ortiz sends one to the back line. Cannot be controlled there by Geiser. And the Eagles are trying to claw back. Dumas plucks that one off the back line. Punched across by Geiser, but it hits the ceiling. She could have had the angle on that one if it weren't for the ceiling. Geiser sends that one across. Jones tries to punch it. Sent back across on the 3-ball there from Niabali. 3-ball into the roof for 12-4 and a side out. Winner of this match meets the #1 seeded Providence Country Day and or the 8th seeded Davies Career and Tech. That would be in the semifinal round. That match being played as we speak. Driving down for it and unable to pluck it off the floor was Geiser as LaPlante gave way. The Eagles have cut the deficit in half at 6-12. Short into the net will give it a side out to the Spartans at 13-6. Tiverton against Shea, Woonsocket, and Mount Pleasant on the other side of the bracket. And Rhiannon Walsh to serve. Emma LaPlante jumps one at the line. Katoya jumps one and then is guilty of the double hit. Fatima Niabali to serve for the Eagles. Dumas. Katoya diving right in front of the bleachers. Can't pull it off the floor. Spartans looking to try to pick up just 12 more points. Would give them the set and the match. Dumas drives for one that goes awkwardly off of the side of her hand. Lucci sets up Katoya, who can't get it over top. And from 110, it's all of a sudden 10-13. That one got over top right at the antenna and right at the net cord. Big hit from Katoya. Breaks the streak. Side out for 14-10. Emma LaPlante to serve. Big hit. Just off the line. Sends Rochelle Duran to serve. Short there is going to give 15 to the Spartans. Hard hit. That's going to be dropped as they cannot get the 3-ball controlled. I apologize for the scoreboard malfunction there, as it's a 3-ball. That one will be controlled by the Spartans to 16-13 as they inch closer. Geiser continues her service prowess. And if she can go on another run here, she could take them to the end of the set and the match. Strong ball across from number 14, Rochelle Duran. Couldn't be controlled by Katoya on the back line. 14-17 for Adriana Jones. Comes across, picked up off the floor there from Ortiz. Larsh sends one to the back line. 3-ball has to come across. They get a pickup, but then it's not controlled on the back line. Sent across. Three ball has to come across. Katoya sends it and it's long. And all of a sudden, the Eagles are back in this set. Just 1 point timeout called by the Spartans. The Eagles have climbed from a 10-0 deficit to 16-17. You're watching Rhode Island High School Volleyball on Fans Only Sports Network.
Always ready, always there. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Welcome back inside Scituate High School. The Eagles have climbed their way back into this third set after being down 10-0 to 16-17. Adriana Jones serving. Lucci sets one up here for Rhiannon. Walsh gets it to drop. A big side out for 18-16. This one's going to go wide, and Livy Dumas picks up a service win to 19-16. Dumas hits this one a little too long. Nice side out for 17-19. plucked off the twine, but could not become across. 18-19 for the Eagles. Ortiz jump ball serve. LaPlante tries to go cross court. Hits the net, and the Eagles have tied the set at 19. Ortiz continues service. Down 10-0. Their first side out at 110. Lucci tries to go underneath, and all of a sudden the Eagles have a lead. Well, if this isn't the playoffs, you couldn't write crazier stories. Ortiz sends one across. LaPlante gets it to fall just inside the line. Tied at 20. Big side out for the Spartans. And Mia Lucci to the line to serve. Huge opportunity. Dumas can't make the save. Side out for the Eagles at 21-20. Jump ball hits the net cord and rolls. Abimbola Aina. Miss hit there, sends it to 22 all on the side out. Sorry, 21-22. On the side out, and Rhiannon Walsh will try to save the set and the match. Walsh, hard hit to the back line, mid-set by Ortiz. Three ball has to come across. They get it from Duran, and a miscommunication between LaPlante and Katoya drops it. And it's going to be Fatima Niabali. 23-21. Big hit from Geiser. Mid-set by Dumas. Geiser goes again. This hits. Set point for the Eagles. Set by Walsh. Lucci trying to go across. No net cord violation called. The Eagles have won the set at 25-21 after being down 10-0. Well, why not play four? Let's do it. We'll be back after this. You're watching Rhode Island High School Volleyball on Fans Only Sports Network, presented by Rhode Island Army National Guard.
Always ready, always there. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Back inside Scituate High School. Times Square Eagles came from down 10-0 to take set 3 in a shocking fashion at 25-21. And now the Spartans sitting at 2-1. We'll try to see if they can hold off for set 4. The Eagles will try to tie this and send it to 5 in a sudden death race to 15. Larsh sends one over. Controlled here by Demikos. Lucci sets up for Larsh again, drops in, and it's pulled off by Niabali. Hard strike on the spike there from Niabali. That one's going to go into the net, and they'll go for the Spartans. So a side out on the first point of the set. And Geiser, who took a run to 10-0 last set, tries to get it going again as she gets an ace. Two nothing. Spartans certainly not hoping for deja vu. Drops one that gets sent back across by Ina. LaPlante, big hit. Lucci taps one across that gets sent back across. Net violation. It'll be side out and 1-2 for the Eagles. Better than where they were to start the second set. Short into the net. Sends a side out right back for the Spartans at 3-1. Libby Dumas thought for a second she was going to switch, but with Emma Larsh on the rotation, they'll stay with Larsh. Sky high hit. LaPlante right there to block it. Ortiz sends one over. Good mid hit from Katoya. Set by LaPlante, my apologies, and it goes right to the back line. 2-3 as they'll switch Akuti in for Ina. A misstep on the throw. Strong hit down by Walsh. And it pops over on the block and then will drop down for 3-all. Goes right off of the wrists of LaPlante. (4-3), and what a change of dynamics. Short there off of the miss hit from Akuti to 4-all and sends it for Mia Lucci, and she's going to have to do some work here. Drops in and cannot be pulled up by Niabali. Lucci drops one in the middle again. 3-ball up that is not sent across by Jones, so they will get it to drop in 6-4 for the Spartans. Lucci drops one on the front line this time, trying to go for it was Nia Bali, and she went a little too high over top of the ball. Lucci's put 3-point advantage on the board at 7-4. Katoya gets the 3-ball across, a miss hit again from Iacuti. And Mia Lucci is going to work. Ace! The sinker ball to 9-4 and timeout Eagles. Winner of this match would take on the winner of the Davies Tech Providence Country Day match in the top side of the bracket in the semi-final round. Should Providence Country Day get through as the top seed, they would host that match. Lucci back at the service position. She looks to continue work here for the Spartans. 9-4, 2-1 in the match. Three ball has to come across. It does not. I was trying to connect there. Was Adriana Jones. 10-4 for the Spartans. Jones to Nia Bali, back to Jones. Three ball goes across, and this time it drops. Nice side out at 5-10. Will send Fatima Nia Bali to the service line. Geiser steps in front of Dumas there. Sends one for Katoya. Now Dumas. Lucci sets up LaPlante. LaPlante hits the barricade. That was Hope Dernicos, but has enough power on it to put it over and make the drop. Rhiannon Walsh to serve at 11-5. Strong hit to the back line. They get the three ball across. LaPlante gets it to drop, and it's going to go wide on the miss hit from Duran. 12-5. Ortiz has to pluck that one off the wood. LaPlante sets up Geiser, gets it to drop just inside the line. Made Rochelle Duran thinking, she's unable to get it up. 13-5, and the quote-unquote halfway point reached for the Spartans. Sinking serve from Walsh. An ace for 14. To the back line, and it goes off of Nia Bali. Rhiannon Walsh going to work here for the Spartans. Timeout called by the Eagles. And we'll take it as well. You're watching Rhode Island High School Volleyball, presented by Rhode Island Army National Guard.
Always ready, always there. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Spartans leading 2-1 in the match, 15-5 here in set number 4. As Rhiannon Walsh continues service. Gets one to hit right off of the hands of Niabali on the back line and take the Spartans to 16. She is exploiting that back line for the Eagles right now. Drops on the curve and trying to run for it was Dernikos. And she couldn't get to it. 17-5 for the Spartans. They do not want to squander a large lead this time around. We saw them up 10 at 10-0 in the second set. Came back to be a loss. As a miss hit there from Ortiz sends them to 18. Closer and closer the Spartans reach, and Rhiannon Walsh continues to work. This one's going to drop off of the hands. Strong hit from Niabali. Could not get it completely to Dernikos. Rhiannon Walsh wants to just walk it out. Short to the cord will stop the service streak, but a strong body of work from Walsh has the Spartans at 19-6. Rochelle Duran to serve for the Eagles. Lucci sets up Geiser for the cross court, and she gets hit by the antenna. Be a point pickup for the Eagles. That's 7-19. Gets inside the line and an ace from Rochelle Duran. And Spartans have to be careful here to not fall victim to the same issues that they did in the last set. Geiser gets it to go! A little love tap. And just inside the line, Emma LaPlante at 20-8. Drops one in, cannot be plucked off by Akuti. Can LaPlante put the Spartans on a run? Miscommunication there between Ortiz. Finally, the 3 ball sent across there by Dernikos. And it drops short as Lucci took a dive for it. Cootie switches out. Avambola Aina back in. And Hope Dernikos to serve. Katoya sends one into the net cord. Spartans need a side out, sitting just 4 points from a potential match. Driving for one, big save by Geiser, a 3-ball across by Larsch. Geiser sends one across, just wide of the line. Huge save there, couple of times by Geiser and Larsch both. Lucci sets up Larsch. Drops it in for the middle. 3-ball has to come across. Jones gets it. It's wide. 22-11 for Carissa Katoya. 3 points from the set and the match. Gets it just inside of the antenna and the net cord. Ortiz gets it across on the hit from Niabali. Sent back across by Geiser. And it deflects off a couple of Eagles players for 23-11. Second serve for Katoya. Miss hit by Katoya. Sends wide. Rally point scoring, so even though they do not have service here, they still could pick up a point, as they will on the miss hit there from Jones. Will send us to 24. Madison Geiser started us off. She has been strong throughout, and she has a chance here to close it out. 24-12 Spartans. Cannot be controlled. Down ball, it's off! And the Spartans, 25-12, 3-1 to the semifinals. A 7th win on the season for the Spartans is their biggest. It will send them to the semifinals, a match against the winner of the Providence Country Day Davies Tech match. For more information on that, tune in to fansonlysports.com. For Tyler Ferreira, I'm Matt Jolis. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Good night.